Hello, time to continue the stupid game. Game which has no logic whatsoever to speak of. Why does this sensitivity always feel like different and wrong? How did I do this again? Was this the way? I think. So this puzzle is telling me that there is some kind of a new rule added. Reason being, there is no way I can fit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess there is a way to fit it, but the question is, how can you fit one over here and then also keep this in? Okay, this. Now, all the puzzles are fitted, right? So, this puzzle was fitted over here. These two puzzles were fitted over here. Now, problem with that solution is that this puzzle is not inside. Let's just try this for a second. So why is this red? Like it can fit here. Like okay, let's try it. Like, but nothing is fitted there. So we cannot use a middle tile. We can use a bottom tile. So we can be like, okay, that this puzzle will fit over here. The other two, let's say, will fit over here. So how would you do that? You would do that something like this, right? Okay, so that worked. Okay, same thing. Let's see if the same solution works. Answer is no, because this is cut. Okay, so now we have this spot. So again, this guy either fits on the bottom or on the top, right? So there is no middle, because if it fits middle, then these guys have nowhere to go. So we either have to get the 4 on top or 4 on bottom. Let's say we're getting 4 on bottom. The other two can be technically anywhere out of the 4 options. If we get this on this top, that's the same. So the solution was this last time. Now let's try going from this side. Let's say this fits. Yeah, but I cannot go down here. Okay, so what does this look like? This looks like an unsolved puzzle. That's what it looks like. Okay, this is obviously wrong. Okay, so we found this solution with some logic. I don't remember anymore. Okay, so we know this puzzle has to be either the top side or bottom side. That's the only info we have. So let's say if this is on the, okay, let's say if it's on the top side, that would look some, okay. Since we cannot go middle, what does that tell us? That tells us that it's something, but then they're outside. So we have to go down. So it has to be a bottom side, because if we do something like this, they're not inside the thingy that we're creating. So, but can they be separate by? No, they cannot be separate, because this is located on the middle tile, and we need him to, let's say, be here. So we cannot separate these two puzzles. We have to do them in one go. So again, we have to go this way in that case. Like this has to be a move, because any other move we do does not let them be on the same side. Obviously, this does let them, but I think it feels wrong, at least intuitively. So we go down. Now we have to go up. So this is a forced move. What do we do next? Well, obviously, next we have to go here, because anything else, it already makes extra set of this dimension, whatever this is called, height, which we don't need. So this is forced as well. So next. Okay, so this has no solution from this side, right? So like anything we do is not a solution. So we're forced to go here. Now, do we have to go all the way up? Answer is no. We can actually go here. Now let's see what happens if we try to solve the puzzle from this stage. So next we go here. Now, the problem is we're trying to now, if we go here, we're trying to keep this, this location for the 4-side puzzle. So how do we manage that? We can manage it this way. Well, this way, right? I'm confused. This way. This way. Took me a full 2 hours, but yeah, this is a solution. Next. This seems unbelievably easy compared to what we did last time. So let's just try to solve it in like, okay, so the issue is that at least we have to combine these two, right? At least, because the middle tile cannot be surrounded, right? So it has 4 corners and we cannot, unless I'm dumb, we cannot surround the 4 corners of it. Let's see if it's possible. Like, how can you see? No, you cannot, right? So this guy has to be either in combination with him or either in combination with him. Intuitively, this guy is in combination with this guy, right? So now let's think about it. So how can they be in combination? So we at least have to make this kind of whatever. Now if we make this kind of a whatever, then that obviously is already impossible to be solved, because there is, in height wise, we have 3 squares, while this build only requires 2. So it already is impossible. No matter what we add or what we do, it's already impossible. So next question is, how can we combine this guy with this guy, right? So this is the next question. Now, I also feel like it's impossible to combine him, right? Because again, there is a distance of 1, 2, 3 between them. Then they only need 2 of those. So we have to combine all 3 of them. Now, question is how? This has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hard to understand. Let's look at what this looks like. This looks like unsolvable. That's what it looks like. So here's the problem, right? So we have to combine all 3 of them. And now what does it mean? That means we have, is there any other way of combining the 3 of them? No, there is not. Like, the idea is that, again, the reason why we're trying to combine all 3 of them, right? So reasoning behind that is because if we try to solve one by one, this one is unsolvable, right? So we have an issue of this specific middle 1 square. So this square is unsolvable, right? So we have to somehow solve it. Now, what are our options? Options are A, we combine, again, A, we try to solve it itself. Doesn't work. B, we try to combine it with this guy. Doesn't work. C, we try to combine with that guy. Doesn't work. D, we try to combine all 3 of them together for it to work. Now, it's weird, right? So we excluded A, excluded B, excluded C. Now we're left with only one option, which is combination of 3, right? So now here's the thing. This is the smallest way you can combine all 3 of them, right? So now let's look at this, right? So what do we get? We get 5 here and 3 here, right? So I want to, as far as I see, this is like the smallest amount of squares we can have inside while combining all 3 of them, right? Now, problem with this is that it is impossible to be solved for the same reasons as before, right? So we have 3 lengths. Okay, let's say we can do 3 lengths. We can do this guy 2 and this guy 1, right? So that means, okay, then the other guy is forced to be on the top side or the bottom side of this specific column. Well, if we do that, there is so many more squares which are not filled in, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares. Well, we only have 7 of them. So that means, obviously, this is impossible to do, unless, again, there is a way for me to solely combine this 1 tile, which is not, unless there is a way to combine this through these 2 of them together, which is not possible, because, again, when you see a shape such as this, that means this is specific shape, right? So every time we try to solve the shape like this, it was always wrong. Let's just double check. Can we even double check if this, okay, we can double check this. Um, how, what the fuck, I'm not able to solve anything now. Okay, here we go. So let's double check, right? So that guy is, I don't know which one is vertical, which one is horizontal. Horizontal line, vertical, okay. So that guy is located vertically, right? So this is how he is located, right? So we're trying to now solve it horizontally. It says it's wrong, right? So that means this puzzle has no solution with the rules that I have been taught by now, which is a common theme in this game. Nothing works ever. There is just random solutions. Even though somebody might want to say like this is a logical game. No, it's not a logical game. Logic will help you to solve IQ questions. Logic will not help you solve this because it's not logical. You don't have rules. They just randomly pop up, maybe at the end of the game for the beginning of the puzzle, right? So it makes no sense. Now again, for the rules that we were taught, which was here at the beginning of this over there, none of the rules apply to this. So there is some kind of additional rules which we do not know yet. Now we already tested this solution, right? We tested once again. Maybe it's just because the board is red, maybe it works differently from the board which is white. Answer was no. You cannot solve something which is vertically into its horizontal shape. Now we already have established that nothing works, right? So like, yes, this qualifies, but we need them to be qualified together. Now, one thing I'm gonna try, which I think I already tried earlier and didn't work, I'm still gonna try it same way I tried this earlier, didn't work, right? So we're just gonna do another trial error until we eventually find something. So one thing we can try is solving them without them being surrounded. So the only thing we need is a shape which consists of like this. So this consists of 1, 2, and the 4. Basically, if you look at the shape, it can have all 3 of them inside. Now it shows us it's wrong, so that doesn't work either. Now I don't know what else we can do, right? So like logically speaking, nothing comes to my head that can be applied to the puzzle that we see in front of us. Now, there was one more puzzle over here. Maybe we're gonna have easier time solving this. I have no idea, but let's see. So I tried this earlier and it didn't work out. But the problem was, regardless of if I start from this direction or if I start with this direction, I always had a problem with fitting the other two in the shape. So maybe we again have to, well, let's say, combine them, right? So combining this guy with this guy is impossible. Why? Because again, for the same reasons, if you count the vertical amount of squares we have, it's 5, while they only need 4, so this combination is impossible, right? So now let's see, can we combine, let's say, this two? Answer is no, because horizontally we have 5, we're using 4, so it's impossible. Well, yeah, it's like combining them is impossible. Solving them one by one could be still possible again. Now, same thing goes here. Can we combine this guy? Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my sensitivity from one puzzle to another. That is also fucking annoying about this game. So, we cannot also combine this guy with this guy. Reason being, well, both, like, yeah, you cannot combine them. So, the only solution is to solve them one by one. Now, this one is solved. Now, we have two options. We go out from here, we go out of here, we do some kind of shenanigans. Let's say we'll make our life slightly easier. Be like, okay, we're just gonna have this, let's say, done, right? So, it doesn't work. So, let's say we make our life easier. Instead of like figuring out where to go from, we're like, okay, we're gonna go out from here. Why? Just because this shape is made, even though the solution already is wrong, because once you go left, you no longer are able to like finish this puzzle, right? So if we go, let's say, left side from here or from here, like if you go from here, then there is no way to go to the end. But if we leave from this side or this side, we're no longer able to finalize this shape, right? Because again, let's say went here, let's say we completed this puzzle, now we come back. No matter how we come back, there is no way to close this down, so the puzzle cannot work, right? So, okay, you're like, well, instead of making it early, let's say we just go from as closer to this as possible. No problem with this, same thing. Now this puzzle cannot be done. Why? Because the moment you go to the left side, this puzzle now has 5. You're like, okay, well, maybe this is a solution. Well, the answer is again same no. Why? Because, well, you cannot solve this. Okay, you're like, okay, you can do something else, which is you can start differently from this side. Okay, sure. Now we're on this side. So ending of the puzzle will look something like, holy fuck, something like this, right? So this is the end of the puzzle. So in this square over here, we have to solve this puzzle, right? So as long as we can solve this puzzle in this square, we're able to finish the game, as in finish the puzzle and win. Okay, sure, fair enough. Now let's see what we can do here. So this is already done. Like anywhere else we go, this puzzle is not done, and as we already said, combining those two is bad because, well, with the logics we were taught, it doesn't work, right? So, okay, so you're here. So what are your options? You can go right side, you can go upside. Now, we tried to solve this. I don't remember how we did it, but it was basically, I don't remember. So basically I tried a solution where okay, let me try to do that solution again. Yeah, so this solution, right? So it's solved, but you have to rotate the left side piece, don't know, 90 degrees or something, I don't know. Well, this solution was wrong. Okay, so you're like, well, we already know this start doesn't work, so logically speaking, we have to start from the other start. The only other one that exists is this. So we're here. Now, we have to somehow solve this guy, right? So the solution is this, right? So something like this has to happen. Now, the problem with that solution is, again, we cannot go from here because this puzzle will not be done, right? So we have to go up here. The problem with that solution is, no matter what I do, I cannot do this. Like, I cannot go on my line twice. So the problem is, well, from the rules set, this puzzle is impossible to be done. So we have a situation where this puzzle is impossible to done and this be done, and this puzzle is impossible to be done. Now, there are two options. We, as always, ignore everything and just go to the next puzzle, or we try. There are three options again. Ignore everything, go to next puzzle, sit here for an hour, try to come up with every possible logical solution that comes to the mind, and 3, just try to see the walkthrough of it, try to see the outcome, like how, whatever, solution of it, right? So those are the 3 options. For now, I haven't seen any solutions for any puzzles, and I wanna keep it that way, because, not because it will ruin my fun, but, well, I just wanna prove how stupid this game is, and that's why I want to not solve it through somebody else's help, but solve it through my own experiences, and be like, yeah, this game sucks because of reasons which we'll have more at the end of the game. Now, okay, let's try to waste 1 hour because, well, I don't think we're gonna, like, this is teaching you how to solve it, right? So skipping this and going to the other section of the map will not give you, most probably, an information of how to solve this puzzle. Now, one thing we learned was not reflections, but basically mirrors. Like, there was one of the puzzles in other type of a puzzle where you looked from a mirror or whatever the fuck it was called, like a gloss, a different colored gloss, and showed you a different image. So can that be applied here? We don't see any gloss, we don't see any different colored gloss, so obviously no. The shadows or reflections, can we use anything of those to do something about anything? Well, obviously not. Well, maybe yes, but it doesn't feel like there is any shadow or any apparent reflection that can be used, nor does the game give you any information that you have to use those tools for you to solve these puzzles, right? So, well, what do we have left? The only thing else is just to do trial errors. We know we have to surround them. I think this was the puzzle where we tried to do the solution without surrounding this guy, but still letting him be part of the solution, right? So it was something like, yeah, this basically, right? So if you count down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this one is solved. Then this is, let's say, this, so this one is solved, and the final square is for the guy in the middle. So all three of them are solved. So if it was possible to solve without, let's say, surrounding them, then this would be a solution, and it's not. We tried a solution where we were like, okay, maybe um, this guy can be used horizontally instead of vertically. Again, no. So those are the most logical and, well, what's that called? I don't know, like easiest things that come to your mind, most convenient solutions that we can use, right? Now, bear in mind, if something comes to our mind, some kind of way to solve this puzzle, and we're not able to do it cleanly here, we can always get back to the other puzzles and try to use that concept on them and see if they work, and if they do, then we can find a solution here. We just have to find some kind of conceptual idea which will be used to solve the puzzle. So ending spot is this, like, so like the idea is ending spot cannot be changed. No matter what we do, this is the ending spot, right? So one thing is true, which is you start from here and you end here, right? So that's a ground rule which will never, like base rule, which will never be changed. So now, why is the color different? Does that give us any information? We had actually not really different. That's also red. Okay. I don't know. Like again, I don't think me standing there for an hour will change anything. Like, what other type of solution from the rules that we know can I come up with? Like, the thing is, I cannot just create a new rule where I'm like, okay, if a square is in the middle, you just ignore it, and that's a solution, right? Like, you cannot just randomly create other rules and be like, I'm gonna implement them because fuck you. That's not how the game works. Like, voila. See, I solved it because this thing is here. Like, that's not type of a rules you can come up with. You have to come up with a rule which makes some sort of sense, even though nothing about this game makes sense. So that's why I'm limited, and I cannot, like, even though there can be billion different ways, you can think of a solution and you can implement that solution and see if that works. Out of the billion, you can only use 0.001%, meaning like 10 different variables, because, well, you have to use in-game logic, and I for once do not know what the in-game logic is. So again, like, I don't know, like anyone who does the same path through that I did in this game and gets to this puzzle, I have no fucking idea how anyone in their right mind can solve this without cheating, without using any external ways of help. With everything I've been through in this game, how can anyone hope to solve this or that? Like, it makes no sense to me. But again, we're just gonna be sitting here as dumb farts, fucks, cunts, ducks, and just rage and rage and rage more, and maybe something will happen when you rage. Maybe your face has to be as red as this fucking puzzle, and maybe that's when you solve it, right? So in the background we see a river which is red, so it's some anarchically, I don't know. I was wondering how to get there. I guess the answer is somewhere from that side of the game. So either this hill is climbable, or this is, you can climb down from here or something, and that's how you're gonna get here. So apparently there are different ways to get to the middle part from the other side, which is like from there somewhere. That nothing helps us regarding how the fuck to solve it. Maybe there is a sliver of the hope that if you
come from this side or this side, you're gonna see a puzzle which will just give you an explanation of how the fuck this can be solved. So maybe that's a reason enough for us to ignore it now and try to go from the other side and try to get more clues. I doubt there will be any solutions, but let's do that because I remember we had a boat somewhere. I don't fucking know where the fuck that boat is, but it was somewhere, so we can use that boat. What was the solution for this? Is it a solution? Is this, well, obviously not that, but is this a solution? No. Okay. Holy fuck. Every time I'm pissed, I'm not able to solve the fucking easy puzzles no more. Well, it's a solution, I just need to get out. So I've got. So apparently there is not even a fucking way to get there. I remember what something is open. I remember this, but it was not open, right? Or was it? I thought it was not open, at least like this part. But we still cannot go there, so it doesn't change much. We solved this, right? I want to go back. Left, up, left, up, 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 right, 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 up, right, up, left. Wasn't this the fucking route I took? Was it? Oh, no, this was the route. Upright, upright. Fuck you. Right, up, left, upright, 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 right, up. I said left, left, upright, upright. No, this is not the fuck. Right, up, right, up. What? The fuck is going on? Okay, so right, up, right, up, right. Right, up, right, up, right. Right, up, right, up, right, up, left. No, that's right as well. Right, up, right, up. No, that's left. Up two, left one, up one, right one, up. I will never remember this. Left, down, right, down, left, all the way up. Left, down, right, down, left, down. Left, down, right, down. Left. Left, down, right. Right, down, and all the way. Where did you get those fucking sunglasses, mate? You have a fucking sword. Where the fuck did you get sunglasses? Umbrella. Did he steal your sunglasses, Mr. Umbrella? The fuck is this? So we have to cut them in. Where is the start? Okay, let's do this. Start is here, okay. So we just go up twice and left all the way. Up twice and left all the way.
How do I disable? That's why there is this thing. It resets. Okay. So. Okay, so that's a wrong start in that case, obviously. So. Okay, so it was this. I don't fucking know where the fuck I am. Okay, now we go right. Okay, so this is a bad guy. Fuck. Okay, so now we go. But this is wrong. Now we go. How the fuck do we go now? So now these guys see each other. So this is not a solution. But if we get past them, that's not a solution either. So this is again wrong. That's so weird. What is the solution then? So again, from here, this guy should not see either of them, right? So when we are here, like we cannot do this because we cannot go in the thingy. So when we are here and going down, this is not a solution, this is not a solution. So this cannot be the start. How is this wrong? So we cannot abuse the 3D puzzle? Is that why it's wrong? Like this is correct obviously, but I guess we cannot abuse the environment we were given. Then what the okay. If we move everywhere, obviously everything will be surrounded, right? Regardless of what happens, everything is surrounded, right? What's the point of making it 3D if you're not able to abuse the effect that is 3D? Like,